Gen.G, they had a fantastic performance in First Strike as well. They are going to be playing Envy in the semifinals of the Open Qualifier. That's happening at 5 p.m. Eastern today, October 29th. And by the way, speaking of TSM that we sort of mentioned there, they're playing Cloud9 Blue at 8 p.m. today as well, October 29th. So the addition of Shawn, Emily, this has been a boon for Gen.G. They already had great performances in Ignition Series, and now they look like a team that could really contend for that top spot with some great performances.
I mean, his Reyna was nutty, right? Like, that's exactly, like, we've talked about this before when Reyna was first released and people weren't picking her as often because if she goes in and dies, it's a massive problem. But her kit is also something that lends itself to being super aggressive and profiting off that. And some of his picks were just absolutely insane. Like, it was so fun to watch this guy just like completely pop off. I think his stats on that Ascent map like are insane. And obviously statistics aren't everything, but I think he definitely made a case for himself in terms of why Gen.G decided to pick him up, right? Now, on the flip side, I see a lot of people talking about Sentinels because of kind of the, let's just say, lackadaisical way that they accepted their loss on social media. I don't think there's too much of a cause for concern for this team, but it obviously was not a very good performance from them. So hopefully the Sentinels fans are right and they were just kind of taking it easy in this qualifier, but that also begs the question of why you would want to do that, especially with a new patch possibly on the horizon. So I'll just throw that out there because it was a big discussion post-match, and I think it took away from how good Gen.G looked, especially on Ascent, behind Shawn's Reyna, which I thought was absolutely insane to watch and super fun.
Put respect on my boy's name, Emily and Arda. His name is Gen.G Shawn12590. Do not forget these 5 numbers because that makes the whole bit. Shawn12590 or Shawn 12,590. That's my guy right there. Shawn, thank you.
He's going the LPL route with
the beast, the random numbers.
Yeah,
the random numbers.
I love it.
12,590. But no, but really, with Gen.G, I mean, I think I've kind of said this over and over again. And if you look back at the Valorant Power Ranking show, every single week, Arda, it was kind of the same thing with Gen.G. They were either 4th or 5th. It was always, man, they're solid. They're a well-coached team. They are a well-oiled machine. These guys are so close. They're such close friends. All French Canadians, all coming from the CSGO scene. They know how to play together. They don't have that one star player, that one ace carry. But on any given day, any of those 5 players could step up, get those 20, 25 kills, and get them to that top 4. But they're always missing that one extra piece, that one piece that could put them to the tippy top, Arda, and make them a Sentinels equivalent or a TSM equivalent or a Cloud9 Blue equivalent when you have the Tenses of the world. When you have TSM with Drone, Wardell, and Sorbrosa. When you have Sentinels, when you have the crazy wild man himself, Sinatra, getting ability kills out the wazoo, you need that extra piece to put them over the top. And I really do think Shawn12590, this man, this kid, this 19-year-old Naruto fan with the Naruto. There's too many anime avatars in Valorant. I just want to say that out there. Come on, guys. Let's calm down with the anime avatars. But Shawn12590, I think, can be that ace player. He did show some inconsistencies. His Reyna looked clean as hell. His Rays, not so much. But the thing about Gen.G is that even if Shawn doesn't have that pop-off game every single time, they are solid enough to rally around and have solid enough game plans and strategies to make up for it. They don't need Shawn to have a tens-like performance every single game to get into the top 4, but they need him to be that level of player when you are against tens, when you are against Wardell, when you are in the top 4, and you need that ace player to carry you with 20, 25 kills, sometimes even 30-plus kills. That's where I think that's why they brought in Shawn, because they think he can be that ace player that gets them over the hump. And I don't know if it's true yet, because again, they're in the top 4. They beat Sentinels. This is not something that hasn't happened. Like, this is something that happened before in Initiation Series events. This is not something crazy. They are a perennial top 4 team. Now we'll see, though, in the top 4, if that extra firepower of Shawn12590 can get them over the hump and get them a championship of him as their ace player.
So Shawn12590, I apologize, Tyler, led the way. And by the way, this was a solid victory for Gen.G over Sentinels. 13-5 on Ascent. Shawn led the way with against everybody with 22 kills and a plus 12 differential. And on Split, he didn't have the best game. He was a -1. He was actually the least statistical performing player on Gen.G, but they still had a fantastic game. Player 1 getting 18 kills, Hoon getting 18 kills, and they just dominated there as well. So to your point, Shawn doesn't have to be the best performing player every single game. He's still playing a role in certain maps that is allowing the team to win. And actually, he's just doing very well in the tournament overall when you're looking at it from a statistical point of view. So Gen.G leveling up.